Good morning. This is RCB News, and I am Ryan Boland. I want to get right down to the news at hand. I'm going to be reading a portion of Anthony Brian Logan's article in reference to the young Marine veteran that defended himself and the store owner from a couple of thugs who came in with one apparently had a gun and was pointing the gun, came right through the door. I saw the video. Was pointing the gun at the clerks and came in just ready to just fire. And this Marine veteran was awesome. He grabbed the gun, the gun hand. He grabbed it, took the bag of I think it was like pops or something he had in his right hand, and slammed the guy over the face with it. Quickly, bam, it was over within seconds. The other two, I believe, ran out of the door like a couple of cowards when they saw someone defending themselves. See, these so-called thugs, they think they act tough when they got guns, but when them guns are taken from them, they run like scared rabbits. But I'm going to read an article from Anthony Brian Logan on this same incident, and then after I finish reading an article, I'm going to give you my spin on this whole incident. And the title of the article is Marine Veteran Stops Armed Gas Station Robbery Barehanded. It says a fearless Marine Corps veteran by the name of James Kilser stopped an armed robbery at a Yuma, Arizona gas station by himself. Kilser did not appear to be armed, and if he was, he did not need to use it. The well-trained vet just happened to be at the gas station speaking to his friend behind the counter when three men aggressively made their way inside. Two of the men did not appear to be armed, but the man in front was. Kilser quickly observed the situation and decided to disarm the gunman. He accomplished this by grabbing the man's hand that held the gun and by swinging the bag filled with drinks and a snack towards his head. The other two men instantly ran away when they saw this happen, like two scared rabbits. James Kilser appeared on Fox News to explain how the whole situation went down. One thing that he mentioned is aside from military training, he also takes his self-defense and the safety of others very seriously. So he is constantly training to improve his self-defense capabilities. Grabbing a gun during a robbery is obviously not something that everyone in the world can or should do. As a matter of fact, most people would probably be best served to evade or surrender to a weapon. Trained heroes like James Kilser, however, are able to take risks to end a potentially deadly situation. And I wanted to end the article on that, and you can read the rest of it in the description box below if you like. But bravo to that gentleman who took action when need be. As Anthony Brian Logan said, I mean, if you don't have that kind of training, you shouldn't be trying to do anything. Don't try to be a hero. I was watching a movie some time ago. It was like, the killer was like, don't try to be a hero, Don't try to be a hero if you don't have the hero attributes. Don't try to be a hero. But bravo to this gentleman that defended himself. And I wanted to say here, I wanted to make a comment about the laws of the land and the human heart. And the human heart, we all have good and bad in us. And laws that are placed on a local level, state level, federal level, or that are created on a local level, state level, or federal level, cannot remove the dark side out of the human heart. But it can certainly restrain the behavior. And when you don't have laws that are put in place to restrain the dark side of the human nature, then the dark side of human nature will go buck wild. People are generally more inclined to lean towards the dark side of the nature than the good side of the nature. That's why children, when they're born, they have to be taught by their parents to lean more on the good side of their nature rather than the dark side of their nature, because they're naturally inclined to lean towards the dark side of their nature. That's why you don't have to teach a child to lie or to teach a child to steal or deceive. It's already embedded in them. They're born with it. You have to teach them to do the right thing. Laws are created to restrain bad behavior, not remove bad behavior, but to restrain bad behavior. And when you have communities that are run by far leftist liberals in the government and in businesses and so forth that believe that people who were raised without their father and raised without good parenting and had a bad upbringing should get a slap on the wrist because of, even though they commit these horrible crimes, they should get a slap on the wrist because they had a bad upbringing or their father wasn't with them or they got abused or whatever. What that tends to do, and I said this in the previous video, what that does is it pacifies the dark nature in every human person. It pacifies their heart so that the next opportunity comes, what's going to happen? They're going to take advantage of that. We see this more and more and more now happening in our society on a local level, state level, and a federal level. We see this happening more and more and more now. But if we could get more people in offices and positions that are harsher on crime, and what I mean by harsher on crime, I don't mean punishing a person unduly, clearly, but what I mean is that people who commit crimes, the punishment should fit the crime. In other words, what we have is a lot of far leftist liberals who are not creating laws that actually fit the crime that's committed. And so what is happening, you get knuckleheads like that young guy coming in with his gun pointed sideways like this is a menace to society or something, looking stupid. You get stuff like that and he got cracked right in his face. Another thing that I wanted to say too about this video. Now, this was on Fox News, and I did watch the segment on Fox News. The gentleman that grabbed the gun and smashed a young man in the head or the face, side of the face, wasn't a Caucasian, as I may have mentioned. It's a Caucasian, and the guy with the gun was an African American. Now, what's disturbing to me is this. I can't help but think that the mainstream media, leftist media, if they get a hold of this, they're going to spin it into a racial issue. Here, a young guy is coming into the store with a gun pointed, ready to just blow people away. I'm pretty sure he's ready to blow someone away, and probably would have. And then you have a trained individual who defends himself and the other individuals in that store properly. And yet, the mainstream news, if they get a hold of this, and I'm hoping that they haven't by now, because this segment is a couple of days old, unless they already got a hold of it already. But I guarantee you, if they get a hold of it, and I could be wrong, but knowing the mainstream media, like I know the mainstream media, they're going to spin this into a racial issue. But I'm here to say this is not a racial issue. This is clearly an issue of life or death. And as also, as Anthony Brian Logan said in his article, this man was properly trained. He was a former Marine veteran, and he trained constantly. So his reflexes were where they needed to be. He responded when he needed to respond and did what he needed to do. Now, myself, I was trained as a police officer in 2005. I went to the Tri-C Police Academy in 2005. I graduated in 2006. But I never became a police officer. I graduated from police academy, but I never became a police officer for various reasons. But I remember the training. But see, the thing is this: I don't train every day. I don't train with all the tactics they taught me in the police academy. I don't train that every day. I try to exercise and stay in shape 3 days out of the week. But I don't do that kind of training. So I'm not going to try to be like this guy here and try to grab their gun hand and then smash him over there. Man, I'm not going to try to do that, because even though I have had police training, that was years ago, many years ago, and I don't train in self-defense every day. So it would be foolish for me to go out here and do such a thing like that. So that's, as Anthony Brian Logan says, I'm piggybacking off what he said. That's true. I totally agree. Don't try to be don't try to be no hero. Look, this person got a gun, go ahead and acquiesce. Look, take what you want to take. Just leave me my life, So I just wanted to say that. Bravo to that gentleman. And I hope that we have more people who train diligently and are able to defend themselves and other people against this type of nonsense. As the gentleman said in the article, he says, I take my life and the life of others very seriously. And he's all about defending himself and defending the lives of others. We probably would make a good police officer. But what do you guys think? I just want to get my spin on it. But what do you guys think about this gentleman? Did he do the right thing? Was he out of hand when he did it? Did he take unnecessary risks? What do you think? I think because of his training And because of his constant training, not only as a Marine, but as a constantly training, I think he did the right thing. I think he did the right thing. So whatever you guys think, make your comments known in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, share this video, and subscribe to this video. Thank you very much, and see you again on RCB News.